Okay, you guys, I'm going to show you how to do a pelvic tilt. This is a great recovery exercise for anybody who's delivered a baby very recently. You can start doing this. It's very gentle. You can start doing this, a week after coming home from the hospital. Kind of just depends on your healing process. If you've got stitches or incisions, then you probably won't be able to do this. So talk to your doctor, ask him or her if you can start to do some very gentle pelvic exercises. And if they say yes, then go ahead and get started. There's no reason to wait. The sooner you get your pelvic floor back in place and your inner abdominals activated again, the faster you'll be back to your old self, or should I say your new self, but you'll be feeling stronger and you'll feel more supported. So you can see I'm lying on my back on a mat, and you can actually see my ribs because I'm skinny. And what I want you to do is bring your ribs in if you can. So right now I'm very relaxed, my ribs are kind of popping up. So for this exercise, I want you to do your best to let your ribs descend. And you're actually going to use your upper abdominals to do this. And it's actually difficult for me to talk as I'm doing it because I'm working at the same time. So you'll see as I inhale, my ribs want to come up. So what I'm going to do is exhale forcefully so you hear my breath. You're going to see my ribs come down. I'm going to keep your ribs down in this position throughout the exercise. So you're actually going to be working statically on your upper abdominals as well. Okay, so now my ribs are down. I'm tight up top. Now we're going to talk about the bottom. Right now you can see that I can fit my hand underneath my lower back here. There's a space between my lower back and the floor. That's the natural curve of my spine, and that's very healthy. What I want to do in the pelvic tilt is I want to use my lower abdominals and my transverse abdominis, which is deep inside surrounding my spine, to pull my pelvis into posterior tilt and press my lower back into the floor. So now I can't get my hand through. You can't see my hand. Now I'm going to let that go. Notice my ribs are still down. I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to pull in with my lower abdominals to get my lower back against the floor. So right now this is a solid wall of muscle. Everything is pulled in really tight. I'm still holding. Now I'm going to gently relax those lower abdominals and let my back curve back up into neutral. Again, deep breath in. As you exhale, forcefully use your abdominals to pull your pelvis back and release. Another challenge for a new mom is strengthening your pelvic floor at the same time. So while we're working with the inner abdominals to perform this exercise, you can also strengthen your pelvic floor. So what I want you to do now is the first contraction I want you to make is by squeezing your urinary muscles. So we're talking about your pee-pee muscles from the front to the back, everything involved. Just squeeze them tight, lock it in, then contract your abdominals. So at the top of the movement, you are locked in place from the front to the back, all the way up into the lower ribs. And release. Again, start at the bottom. Squeeze closed. Rock your pelvis back with your abdominals. Hold. 2, 3, and release.